I usually start with sheet music. I can kind of look at these things and get a sense of the kind of rhythm it would have as a stripe pattern, yeah. When I began thinking about how I might come up with a way to translate music into these colored stripe patterns, I was looking through sheet music in a store and I saw a chord wheel. So the chord wheel, funny enough, actually happened to be color-coded, and it turns out for hundreds of years there's been quite a few theories about how different notes might generate or be correlated with certain colors. And most of the theories tended to fix the idea of which color went with which notes. So I came up with a color wheel of my own which is flexible. So if I move this to different colors, I get a whole different palette. Just in the way that a musician can choose the way to interpret or play a piece of music as it's written down, I can change the mood or tone until I find one that I feel like going on and painting. There's a C, a B flat, an A flat, a C, a B flat, an A flat, an F. So where there's F on here, it's orange. Then the way that the widths of the stripes were determined was according to the length the note was held. This is based on a flute solo in a Jethro Tull song called Bungle in the Jungle. Yeah, so this studio's right downtown. Almost feels like we could be out in the middle of nowhere, but the funny thing is we're right in the middle of it all. I mean, stone's throw from the neon lights. So everything I use is airbrush color, but mostly car retouch guns. Slightly bigger than airbrushes. And everything's synthetic acrylic. I never shy away from the really colourful. I like making stuff that's bright. In a way, it's sort of a pop abstraction, isn't it? I mean, the palette is that of consumer culture. Vegas is that synthetic, cheap commercial colour to the nth degree, isn't it? I'm not really following the sketch at this point when I'm finishing something off. I'm just looking at colour and deciding what works and making decisions based on intuition, really. It seems rigid, it seems perhaps scientific and mathematical in its theory, but it's just using a piece of music as a sketch. This is a springboard for me, and when I'm painting, I'm interpreting again. I think this is about 90%. But I never like to decide, like, end of the day. It's easy when you come in the morning, you look at something and you go, oh yeah, that looks done. Painting is geometry, and Goethe said geometry is frozen music. And what it does, I'm essentially marrying two things that I love. I mean, I love painting, I love colour, and to bring music into it made a lot of sense for me.